Hello guys, Bob's1 here, and today I'll be showing you one of my best comebacks in my racing career, and maybe if not the best. Now, this is a race from many months ago. It was a manufacturer's race. I am with the Porsche, my favorite car of the game. I've done over 10,000 kilometers at the time that I am recording this voiceover. In the video it may be a bit lower, maybe around 7 to 8,000. We'll see in just a minute. But we're now going to the qualifying my first lap. Now I'm doing my first lap. It was the out lap. First lap, as you can see here, I exceeded the track limits and I got a half-second penalty, which I'll be serving at the next penalty line, which is right here. Now there's the Porsche behind us. Of course I'll give him the place, I'll let him do his flying lap. And we set our first flyer as our first normal pace lap. It puts us to P8. Now, fourth lap I thought of doing, but I couldn't. This guy got in front of me. That was my mistake. I got distracted. I said it to him. I wanted to make sure that he knew that it wasn't his fault. And now, so we're going out on a new set of tires. Of course, the racing soft. We only have 3.5 minutes remaining, and I am again exiting the pit lane because I made a mistake into turn 2, or turn 3 basically. But this is my second last flying lap. As you can see here, I am right now P12 and I make a mistake. I step onto the grass and make the rear end step out. That isn't any good for a lap time. You can see plus 16 thousandths of a second, but in the end we improved by almost a tenth, puts us into P11. And it's my last flyer right here. You see, this is probably the trickiest corner of the track, or the second one. The track limits there, they are so strict. It's so easy to go over the track and get a half-second penalty, and that's what I did on my last flyer. P11, that's our starting position. Normally in Gran Turismo you want to start on the hardest compound tire available, but I forgot to put soft tires on, so that means that we will be starting with soft tires. For what I thought it would be a terrible race, as I get pushed a bit into turn 1. I thought that me having chosen to start my race on the soft set of tires would be the end basically of this race, but I decided to keep going because even if I did some things wrong, even if I did some mistakes, I know that I could gain at least some places and my DR won't be affected as much as if I had left the race. But me having softer tires, I chose to be a little bit aggressive and maybe go for some moves. Well, this is lap number 1. Obviously I'll be able to make some moves, get some places and be in a higher position. This is the start of the race. We have a whole race ahead of us. I can make places, as I said. Maybe we'll be in a very good position. Who knows, maybe some people will do their strategy wrong and we will do it right, but we got punted a bit. Maybe it was me braking really early or someone making a move and missing a braking point. But as you can see here, lap number 2, yellow flags, we overtake the Porsche. This was Racer. He made a mistake going into the second sector and he spun, so we gained a place. And here we have a Porsche battling with a BMW. Garcia with Motor Insider. The Porsche once again spins, another Porsche, and that means that we gain 2 free places. And another one for being a bit lucky, because Twitch Limonov had a penalty. So 3 places, and not only that, 3 free places. Make that 2 because we made a mistake going into the second last corner, meaning that Twitch Limonov can get past us. Lap number 3, it is still very early on the race. I'll be trying to make a move on Twitch Limonov into one of the very best overtaking opportunities in the game, maybe, and surely the best in this track, and that is us into P7, just behind the German on the BMW. Lap number 4, we have the fastest lap, but at this point in the race we're the only ones who are on soft set of tires. Now Manu Ortega, he got a half-second penalty for cutting the track limits, and he'll serve it at the next penalty line. And that means that we can gain a free place. He almost cut us, I'm sure he didn't see us, and that is us into P6. Very strong race until now, lap number 4. Still very early doors. We have a whole race ahead of us. We have another 23 laps. As we said, another fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And here we have at the back the German on the BMW. We make a move on him, we try to make a move on him, not what I wanted to do, but it is what it is. We'll make it stick on the inside and we'll get the position, but not still, because he actually has better straight line speed than us. And so down into turn 1 we are behind the BMW. Now, first sector of Road Atlanta, maybe one of the most fun sectors in the game, at least for me that is. But as you can see, our tires have started to go a bit, and so Manu Ortega, he overtakes us, and now we are into P7. As you can see here, I'm trying to get a slipstream, maybe gain a little bit of time, even the slightest amount, and us with that one tires, I know that it will be just a loss for the two of us, but I decided to go for another lap number 9 it is, and I've decided to go in and make a pit stop. But here you can see that I cut the track a bit. I got really scared if that was a penalty, a 3-second penalty, which if it is, it will ruin the race for us. But we go from a soft set of tires to the medium, so the harder compound available on the race. And as you can see, we do not have a penalty and we come out in P13. Not so far, well, quite far behind, but we're the only guys who are on the soft set of tires. And our first lap on the mediums, it is not that bad, it is fairly good. And here lap number 17 to 18. And this is the place where other people start to pit, and we are now into P8. Other people have pit as well. We'll go now into P5. Someone will exit the pits and overtake us, or rather not overtake him, and we are in P5. That should be everyone done with their pit stops. Now Enzo Ferrari, he got a penalty, he served it, and we move into P4. Enzo Ferrari, he's a fast guy, I remember from the race, but we are just a tiny bit faster, so it'll help us. The Porsche has very good cornering, but that Toyota, it's got prime top speed. The top speed of that Supra is so high, but as you can see, we've made some good ground on the corners to Enzo Ferrari, the German who is with a Japanese car. That's a bit rare. Lap number 25, that is. Our tires are a bit worn, but Enzo Ferrari, he's got a penalty, so that will be a huge relief for us. That means that it will be at least a lap until he catches us. If he catches us, lap number 27 to 28. This is the last lap, and as you can see, Twitch Limonov is behind us, 8.5 tenths. I think that this is a pretty safe gap for one lap. And right in front of us we have a back marker. Pretty rare that you see a back marker in such short races. Well, this is not a short one for Gran Turismo, 28 laps, 36.5 minutes. And still going, but pretty rare to see back markers. And Twitch Limonov, he is now 2 seconds behind, so that is P4 basically secured if I don't make any mistakes. Going now into the maybe most important corner of of this track leads you into the biggest straight right here in Road Atlanta. Very crucial, you get that corner right, and now we're going into the best overtaking spot. This race has been a really fun one, a pleasure to drive. It was a bit lonely at some times, especially my second stint. My second stint was very lonely. I had some quite nice fun in the first stint, as we finished P4 for my best comeback of my career. P11 to P4, softs to mediums. I did not believe that I could do that, but in the end I somehow managed to. Still pretty crazy to this day that I managed to make such a drive. That's some quite good points in the manufacturer standings. What is a pretty good race, one of my best races that I have done to this day. Surely it is up there on my top 5. 312 points for the winner. I think this is where I belong. I'm not the fastest guy. I'm not slow. I am fast, but I am not the fastest guy. I am the fastest guy on the pad, if I'm correct, and if I'm not, I'm top 5 in the world. Racer, he spun in lap 2. He left the race, but it is what it is. Thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure making this video. It was quite fun. It was quite fun seeing what I did wrong, I basically did nothing wrong in this race. I think I had a good strategy, but it was very fun. Thank you for joining me in this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.